Did you know that approximately 34,000 men die annually in the United States due to prostate cancer? It's a real problem. I'm Susie Cohen, America's Pharmacist, and today I'll be sharing some of the best medical tests that your doctor should be ordering for you. Few words strike more fear than the word cancer, and today's video is devoted to helping you determine what critical metabolites should be evaluated. Early in the course of prostate cancer, before it's even known, the growth of cancer cells is kept in check by natural, normal pathways in the body, usually those under the control of testosterone and related hormones. These reproductive hormones deliver a signal to the prostate cancer cell telling them to basically be fruitful and keep multiplying. With continued replication, the cells pour out a protein called prostate-specific antigen, or PSA. When the PSA levels are measured in a blood test and seen as abnormal, meaning above the normal reference range, doctors worry about prostate problems. I don't think testing for PSA levels is nearly enough. Neither is testing for testosterone levels, or DHT, which stands for dihydrotestosterone. There's just so much more, and thankfully doctors can test your urine with an at-home test kit now. It's called the Dutch Complete Urine Test, and it stands for Dried Urine Test for Comprehensive Hormones. Right now, what I'd like to do is make sure you're fully armed with the knowledge of important and measurable biomarkers that are often overlooked, as there's so much hyper-focus on PSA and DHT levels. Please stay with me, because overlooking any one of the following could lead to more complications and the progression of cancer at a faster rate. I know none of us like to do scans and imaging or go to the pharmacy or the doctor and lab tests and all that. It's a huge pain, but testing yourself properly is important to your health and longevity. Number 1, check your vitamin B12 levels. We have seen in the research that elevated levels of B12 and also folate, which is B9, sometimes produce a modestly higher risk of prostate cancer. So check those B12 levels. It's really easy to do. You can do it with a blood test. Unfortunately, high serum B12 concentrations are associated with more heart attacks. Even though it's a natural vitamin, I think measuring your B12 levels is a priority. Number 2, glutathione. This is a master antioxidant that's made in the liver, but drinking alcohol will deplete it really quickly. Research shows higher levels of glutathione are protective and useful as an antioxidant. It's a pretty simple concept because in prostate cancer patients, antioxidant defenses are low and DNA damage is high. Glutathione protects the cell because it's an antioxidant, and it helps remove things that are sticky. And this makes me think of bacon grease. Sometimes it's stuck to the dishes in the morning. When I go to do the dishes, I can't get it off with plain water, but when I add a little soap, which I'm saying is akin to glutathione, it comes right off. Glutathione helps bind garbage and sweep it out of the body. Number 3, check your melatonin levels. Melatonin is a sleep hormone, and as we age, levels decline naturally. It's normal. I mean, that's just what happens. That's why older people tend to have more insomnia than babies who sleep like a baby. You can measure melatonin at home. They can do that usually with urine tests. I know that in the Dutch test, which I offer at my website, we can test melatonin levels. It's not direct. What we look at is 6-hydroxymelatonin, and we see this on the Dutch test, and those levels will accurately indicate whether or not your melatonin levels are good. But tests can be done all different kinds of ways. You can do it with the blood, saliva, and urine. Just check those melatonin levels because low levels are associated with a higher risk of prostate cancer. When night falls, melatonin levels in your body rise, and that's what makes you fall asleep. The famous sleep hormone has actually been studied for its protective effect on the prostate gland. Melatonin deficiency can occur as we age. It can not only lead to insomnia, but a higher risk for cancer all over the body, as well as autoimmune disorders. Did you know meditation raises melatonin levels? Number 4, testosterone. It's really more of the metabolites of testosterone than the hormone itself. This is why urine metabolite testing is so important. Doing a spot check of testosterone in the morning via blood isn't as informative unless you also have the metabolites from a urine test to compare. I recommend the Dutch at-home test kit for this. Number 5, estrogen metabolites. This is the classic female hormone. Women produce on average about 300 to 400 picograms per mil throughout the menstrual cycle, whereas men produce just a fraction, about 10 to 40 picos. Estrogen is a hormone produced in both males and females, although at different levels. While it is more prevalent in females, it plays an important role in both sexes. The more testosterone that you make or take, the more estrogen that you'll make. That's because testosterone breaks down or metabolizes into estrogen. Controlling the way we break down the estrogen is absolutely huge to your health. Men make estrogen as well as women, and it's the breakdown product, the metabolite of testosterone. It's the aromatase enzyme that makes this conversion. So the more testosterone you make, the higher your estrogen levels. And if you're breaking estrogen down badly, it raises the risk for prostate problems. If this topic interests you, hormones, testosterone, estrogen, testing, all of that, please download my free ebook on hormones. Just check the links below in the description. I've mentioned the Dutch test a few times here because it is one of the nation's premier tests, an at-home test that you can do at your convenience and check levels of metabolites of estrogen and testosterone and other androgens, as well as melatonin. And you can click on the link below in the description. This is what it looks like, just so you know when you order it. You'll get this kit, and it comes with 5 filter papers that you just basically pee on, the little filter strips. It's pretty easy. If you have good aim, you won't mess up your fingers. And you can learn more by, again, clicking on the description below. But I highly recommend this test. It's sold by many physicians, including myself. You can buy it online from me if you'd like to. The Dutch test is an at-home test that anyone can take, and I recommend it if you have hot flashes, PCOS, a history of breast cancer, or any hormone-related disorder, including low libido or prostate cancer. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Susie Cohen. I'm a real-life pharmacist, so I know a lot about medications and metabolic pathways. I've been writing medical articles for 30 years. You may have seen me in your local newspaper or some popular morning shows. If you're interested in my advice regarding a specific health topic, I invite you to use the search box at my website, susiecohen.com. I've used my knowledge of pharmaceuticals and herbs to formulate custom dietary supplements and skincare formulas that actually work. Please check the description below for links to my blog and my vitamin shop. Also, hit that subscribe button if you'd like to watch more content like this. Don't forget to ring the notification bell too.